like their own spa shower.
Exactly.
On opening soon by design.
Okay, tire. Yes, up. Good girl.
So have you ever had a cat before?
Animal shelter, Soho style.
Have you guys heard about Animal Haven?
These four are on a mission to rescue New York stray pets. Their purpose, to make over the image of animal shelters.
We're euthanizing approximately 30,000 animals a year.
The lives of New York strays are depending on this reno.
You told us by the 18th, and now we're still talking about it.
We're losing so much money every day.
In the heart of Manhattan, there's an evangelical approach to saving all the stray animals roaming city streets.
We as human beings have created this problem, and so we need to solve it.
Animal Haven's mission? Save a life, adopt. Every weekend they take their message to the people with their mobile shelter. Their goal is to remove the stigma of adopting a pet from a shelter.
So I'm Marcello Forte, I'm the Executive Director of Animal Haven. Today's a pretty cold day, and so things are a little slow, but we're having a lot of interest, people checking things out, taking information with them.
Marcello Forte is the Executive Director. He hopes to turn adopting strays into a new cause by opening the world's first luxury animal shelter and pet store.
It retails for about $150.
Pardon me, folks. I'm Fred Begley. I'm going to be the manager at the Soho Adoption Center. Now, sometimes they get a little bit nervous. All right. She's got some pretty sharp nails that we always trim before she goes to her new home. So do you have cats already?
I don't.
No?
I don't. But I was thinking of maybe adopting one.
It gives my life a lot of meaning to help them, and I just feel great when I find them homes.
As a nonprofit agency, they also rely on donations to stay in business.
Well, we raised $82 today. Every day that we go out and we make, $60 to $100 makes a big difference.
But they're going to need more than that to expand to their new location in Soho. Animal Haven started as a no-kill shelter in Queens. But it's overcrowded and run down.
We have some of our puppies that were surrendered to us here at Animal Haven. So this is one of our back runs where the animals are able to come and hang out and run around.
They hope their new no-kill shelter will be able to place 1,000 pets the first year.
I think that Sweetie's ready to go to Soho.
Okay.
All right.
And do you have anybody else in mind that you want to bring down?
This is Freckles. She's about 8 months old. Nicely.
But before Animal Haven pets are adopted, they're trained and must pass a temperament test.
Okay, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to put this down and see if she's going to start eating. And here we go. So I'm pretending I'm a 3-year-old child, Freckles. Then I'm going to touch Freckles' head while she's eating, okay? And that shows us that, hey, she should be able to go.
The idea is to get people to look at shelter animals differently.
A dog like Rio is walking well on her leash. She's fully vaccinated. She's been spayed. Once she gets to Soho and she gets a lot of exposure, she'll be ready to go home.
In New York City, there are a lot of homeless animals.
We're euthanizing approximately 30,000 animals a year because there's just no homes for them.
Realizing the need, the mayor's office has been one of Animal Haven's biggest supporters of their new Soho location.
The idea of opening a storefront adoption center in a fashionable neighborhood in Soho was one of our original initiatives.
I really felt the storefronts really made the most sense. It was a way to have the puppy in the window kind of effect, but do it in the responsible way.
And Marcello's was chosen as the best, most realistic, most self-sustaining of all of the proposals that we received.
After searching for 8 months, they find the perfect spot for their new shelter.
We wanted to be able to showcase our animals in one of the hippest areas in Manhattan that has all of the high-end boutiques, and we wanted our adoption center to feel like that. This space was a machine shop for 87 years.
A 7,000 square foot space they hope to transform into an adoption center and pet store.
where we have an air exchange system that's very sophisticated, just like a hospital.
And this is a really exciting project just because it's something that's very different.
That it wasn't going to be a smelly, tons of dogs piled in, barking kind of thing, a nuisance to neighbors.
A tall order for architect Mandy Liu, with the opening in 8 weeks and operating on a tight budget.
It's a reality, and they have to work within that reality, and that's really hard.
Animal Haven is a very lean machine.
Their total budget for the reno is $500,000. Out of that, a rent bill of $14,000 a month.
So each month is a pretty big chunk of money that's being eaten away at our overall budget.
It comes time to, pick a contractor and move forward. They don't have the funds that they need to make this project work, and so, they're compromising a little bit.
They hire Kong Liu as their contractor.
Now, the reality is Kong's prices are significantly below a lot of other contractors.
The design includes a new approach to showcase unwanted animals.
And there are these little openings that cats can climb through and up and poke their heads out of and peek out of.
Animal Haven tries to promote adoption by using some high-end toys.
Are you a dog owner by chance? Do you guys live in the city? Have you guys heard about Animal Haven?
The bag didn't work. Time for a new tactic. Maybe the pet stroller will turn a few heads.
Have you seen one of our journals yet? Have you received one? Do you think women would be interested in purchasing a stroller like this?
That's a loaded question.
In this city, people will buy the stroller.
But awareness doesn't solve their #1 problem. With 6 weeks to the opening, they don't have enough money for the project.
I go through times where I feel like it's all going to work out, and then I also am having moments of profuse sweating.
Floor drains were put into the new concrete floors, and they're blocking, it wasn't coordinated with the mechanical, and they're now blocking the mechanical.
Okay, you have to chop the concrete to get the drain in? Yeah. Okay, so now we have to go back and redo things, and even if the contractor or the subcontractor is eating that cost, it's costing us time and money. Hey Con, how are you? Are you nearby?
Marcello has concerns. He's wondering if Kong needs help.
Every delay and every extra cost that this project incurs really equates to lives. It equates to animals dying.
A featured display wall is delayed.
So basically,
another couple
there's
weeks.
no way we're going to have this for the opening party.
No, there's no way.
That's really disappointing. So I want to talk about what needs to get done and when it's going to get done.
The press is really important.
So we need to think about how we're going to handle that.
A dedicated group of animal lovers is determined to change the way New Yorkers buy their pets.
We wanted to showcase our animals in one of the hippest areas in Manhattan.
In 4 weeks, Animal Haven is opening a shelter in Soho,
Have you guys heard about Animal Haven?
where the pets will be the stars.
Once she gets to Soho and she gets a lot of exposure, she'll be ready to go home.
But a tight budget has forced them to cut corners, resulting in construction delays.
And I need to make sure that he is on top of this. So I'm going to make a call. Oh, there's Kong.
And tension with the contractor.
You completely understand what I'm telling you, right?
Yeah.
Right, and you're going to stay here until it's done.
Right.
All right, so you do not leave until we talk, okay? All right, thank you. Okay. There's also a language barrier a bit. And then you're here tomorrow as well? You'll be here tomorrow?
You want me to be here?
Yeah, so that we can finish up anything that needs to happen. So what I'm trying to do is motivate Kong to get his butt in gear.
Yeah, and tomorrow morning we will cut.
Tomorrow morning you'll replace it? Okay, it has to be, okay?
Tiffany Lacey, Director of Development of Animal Haven.
The shelter isn't ready, but she's hosting a fundraising event there anyway.
This is what they'll see. Oh, it's over here. There's two. I brought two of the fancy ones. It's pretty tight. We're actually losing $2,200 a day that we're not open.
Almost every night for the last 9 or 10 days, I've been doing something with Animal Haven.
So raising money has continually gone up, and our efforts have to build.
At tonight's event, Tiffany hopes to raise $25,000.
I take orders from animals.
This is their way of telling me to clean up their pee faster.
Despite best efforts to raise money, construction is stalled.
They always promise it'll be done one day, and then 6 months later, it's not done.
I think a lot of excuses are being made, especially for items like, that we've been expecting for weeks.
Animal Haven has been able to keep going with support from soap opera stars like Crystal Hunt.
I know it's disappointing, but I really hope that you'll still support us.
My dad's been in construction my whole life. I totally understand. That's what he does.
She has her own line of designer clothing and jewelry for dogs.
Yeah, I love these. Now, these pearls, they're actually more durable than regular pearls.
Crystal shows off her donation to the shelter and gets a private tour.
They have like their own spa shower.
Exactly. And
that is so cute.
Plus everything is windowed so that, obviously we don't want owners staring through the window the whole time, but they get a sense of where their dog is.
Okay, tire.
Yes, up. Good girl. That was good.
My name is Andrea Arden, and this is my dog Molly, and she's a demo dog for me. She goes around and shows people how great shelter dogs can be. I taught her to wave.
Andrea is a celebrity dog trainer and on the board of directors at Animal Haven.
I realized that a lot of people were giving up their dogs for very simple behavior problems, things that could be solved so easily.
She's gonna roll over. Good job. Can you sit?
On weekends, she holds puppy parties in the unfinished shelter to raise funds.
Take a bow. I'm a little concerned because, Marcello, there are phone wires over there, and that is not going to work.
I'm not sure how much I can take away, but maybe we could stick it in the closet. Let me take a look.
Yeah, it all has to go away. I'm always afraid we're going to forget something. God forbid somebody shows up and a puppy steps on a nail or something like that, so we need to be really careful.
Local dog owners pay to play.
Oh, look at this. Good girl.
I just noticed her nails.
Oh,
she has her nails on.
Come here, Vanilla.
Good boy, man.
Invitations have been sent out for a planned opening. The mayor's issuing a proclamation. The shelter is nowhere near being ready. The reality of it is sinking in.
We're losing so much money every day, and we're not open, and the party's gonna be great. I know we have a lot of people coming, but it's not the grand opening party we'd hoped for.
And it hasn't been made clear to everyone that we're not really opening.
We have been coming in here every day for the last few weeks, expecting certain things to be done, and them not getting done. But I think it's, unfortunately, not the realistic plan. So we need to think about how we're going to handle that.
When I'm telling people that it's a sneak peek, they're like, oh, great, so then you'll be open after, the holidays or after the New Year?
We finally had to pull our heads out of the sand and say, it's not going to happen.
Never worked with a contractor this bad.
There's just nothing, it's just been thrown together.
You told us by the 18th, and now we're still talking about it.
An animal shelter in a high-rent neighborhood of New York is horribly behind schedule.
Is it going to get done tonight? Okay, it has to be, okay?
In fact, the opening night party turns into a sneak peek for supporters and press.
They're coming thinking it's a grand opening party, and it's not.
Construction delays have put them way over budget.
We're actually losing $2,200 a day that we're not open.
We need to stop all the construction, make everything really clean, and then we need to create this.
Even getting the space presentable for the sneak peek proves challenging.
Do you think you can pull it off before, get the frame up tonight?
Kong's job is to put up plastic sheeting where the drywall should have been.
Can't even get that right. I've never worked on a project where I've had to micromanage somebody this much. It was supposed to all be full taut. The screws don't align at all.
It's not really rocket science, but
there's just nothing, it's just been thrown together.
The designer and architect redo the work, while Kong catches a bite to eat.
Well, it was supposed to be opening day, and here we are trying to fix a mock-up of what's going to actually go in the space.
Far from finished, the puppies become the star attraction, as Marcello works the crowd of celebrity supporters.
Well, being an animal lover, and having been married to a couple of animals myself.
Watch it.
Can I get everyone's attention for a moment? I know this is hard to hear.
And I'm the president of the Mayor's Alliance for New York City's Animals. Do hereby proclaim Tuesday, December 12th, 2006, in the city of New York as Animal Haven Adoption Center and Boutique Day. Michael Bloomberg, Mayor.
Despite the hype, Animal Haven's new Soho location is a long way from opening for business. The team makes a decision it should have made months earlier.
Since our opening that turned into more of a sneak peek party, we've been really struggling.
The contractor was really in over his head.
That every week these same items keep getting pushed to the following week is heartbreaking.
Marcello knows every day the shelter isn't open, animals are dying.
I'm already holding back money. We've already talked about this 3 times.
In the beginning, he was a lot more motivated.
Tried to be kind and held his hand. You know, where else do I go?
This is a job for Ray Amato, Animal Haven's new general manager.
The working conditions here, they're terrible. I'm lost. I'm totally lost.
He's strong when he has to be, and he's stronger than I am.
Never worked with a contractor this bad.
His first task? To find some missing lights.
They're insisting that they delivered 4 of the lights here.
We've been talking about the lights for 3 weeks. Let's go to the mezzanine, see if they're there. I can't believe it. They were here all this time. What about the trim kits? I want to make sure we have it all before, because... So we're just randomly looking now at this point?
No, I sometimes feel I saw it.
That's frustration.
Next on the list, the drains.
Part of what we said last week was the 3 floor drains were going to be done today. They were put in the wrong location from the beginning by Khan.
He has had a very hard time actually reading and understanding the drawings, which we didn't find out until several mistakes were made.
It's critical. We got to get this basement work done. You told us by the 18th, and now we're still talking about it. He's not performing. Bottom line. This, in fact, is a drywall screw.
And it's such a shame because, you know, he did such a nice job on this, and now he's going to have to take it apart and redo it.
Hey, buddy.
Where else but Soho would you find a pet adoption center and boutique under one roof? An evangelical approach to saving New York strays. But the mission hits a snag, the contractor.
There's 7 items not complete out of 9.
Right, so we're not going to be able to release a check. Can you get those big things done by Thursday?
I don't know.
It's been almost 2 months since Kong received an ultimatum. No check until the work is finished. And although the work isn't completely finished, it's opening day.
Yay! The balloons are here!
It means it's really a party. These are
you.
great. They're going to make the party.
Do we need to sign for them?
The window is going to have to wait for the real doggy. But Andrea finds the next best thing.
The 3 holes, you want it on the top or on the bottom?
Yeah, would you mind flipping it to the top? That would be great.
So let's flip it up.
They finish the cat boxes. But Marcello discovers a problem.
He used screws that popped the wood open, so he's going to have to fix this.
Kong didn't show up today because he knows he's not done. I think he's embarrassed. It's oversized so much that it's actually popping the grain of the wood right here. This, in fact, is a drywall screw. So the work goes up, it gets pulled down again, and then it goes back up again. You know, unreal.
It wouldn't be an opening without the animals. Animals like Freckles, who still need a home.
Hi, how are you?
I feel relieved, actually, because it's been so many months and we've been waiting, and the main part of our job here was to get the animals in, and that's what's so rewarding about it.
Hey, buddy.
You don't want to go in there, huh?
Guests will be arriving soon, and this little puppy needs to freshen up.
And this is the first time we're ever using the bathtub.
But another problem is discovered.
Hey, Kong, it's Marcello. Can you call me back? We can't get hot water.
Time for one last cleanup. It's taken 5 months to open. They're 3 months behind schedule and $300,000 over budget. Although there's still more work to be done, they've managed to turn this 7,000 square foot former machine shop into an adoption center and pet boutique fit for Soho. Remember the cute black puppies? Well, this is Louie.
Oh my, I remember when you were a tiny little thing.
He's now 5.5 months old, one of the many invited guests. Rio gets reacquainted with her old roommate, Freckles. Louie tries out the product.
I love those canine kisses.
And Rio's new owners buy her a sparkly collar for $200 to wear in the Hamptons.
I'm happy to say that this is the first sale ever made here at this place. I hope it brings us good luck.
We have to get her a leash now to match her collar.
The big day.
It finally happened.
It's got high ceilings. It's got an exposed brick wall. It's got raw wood. Everything every New Yorker wants in where they live.
I'll take one of those. Thank you.
To all of you and to Animal Haven, happy opening.
It's exciting to see, what you envision actually happening.
It makes all the difference in the world. It makes all the hard work and all the frustration and pulling our hair out worth it.
We did it.
Great.
That dog is
Here we are. Here's your little bed, Mommy. Wow, look at you. Good night. Good night, Pickles. Okay, calm down.
Stay.
Go to bed.
Stay.